Brought to you by ExpressCare Health and Skin Center. Get in, get out, get better.
Welcome back. You probably know that fiber is important to good health, but how do you know if you're getting enough? Joining me now is ExpressCare Dr. Jitka Lom, who will help answer that question. Welcome, doctor.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
Okay. So what kinds of fiber are there?
There are two main kinds of fiber. One is called soluble fiber, and one is insoluble. And they're basically exactly what it sounds like. Insoluble fiber does not dissolve. It's roughage. It goes through your bowels and comes out the other end basically unchanged. Soluble fiber is a carbohydrate which will actually dissolve in water. And you probably know this in the form of a supplement, Metamucil or Citrusel. These come as supplements, but it's also available in foods. So the roughage, the insoluble fiber, think of bran, celery, the mushed up carrots, the fibrous parts of a carrot. Those are, or broccoli, these are the insoluble fiber. As far as soluble fiber, you can find that in like prunes, fruits, other vegetables, peas, beans. These are the types of foods that will have that.
Okay. So why is fiber important?
Okay, so fiber is a really critical part of our diet, and I don't think it gets really enough credit for all the good things it can do for us. Because did you know that just by eating enough fiber, you can drop your risk of heart and stroke by 50% just by eating enough fiber in your diet. You can also reduce your risk of diabetes, and then you can also improve your digestion. In fact, you can probably lose weight if you eat enough fiber in your diet because you'll feel fuller and your metabolism, your digestion will improve.
Okay. So how much fiber is actually needed to be considered a good, healthy diet?
Yes. So on average, North Americans, or we in the Pacific here, will eat about 15 grams of fiber per day in our typical diet over here. We should be eating, women about 25 grams per day and men about 38 grams per day, so way more than we're getting in our regular diets here. So just remember those numbers, 25 for women, 38 for men.
Okay, how about children? Is that
children depending on their age group, of course. Very young children don't need as much, maybe just 10 or 15, and then older children in their teenage years between 15 and 20. So maybe you could think of it as something like a gram per year, something like that, of the child. And I'm glad you mentioned about the children because most of our children eat way too much processed foods. Their breakfast cereals are full of sugar, and they don't tend to like their vegetables. And so their fiber intake is really low. So their sugar and metabolism and so on may be off, but especially their digestion's way off. And I frequently see kids in the clinic with stomach aches due to constipation because they basically don't eat enough fiber.
Okay. Well, stay tuned. Our Healthy Living edition of KUAM's News Extra coming up next. We'll take your questions for the doctor. We'll be back in a moment.